If you've been keeping up with TRON, you're aware that we've hit a double bottom in the market. After we found this first support zone down here around 1.6 cents, we actually have came down in 9 months. We've came down, I believe it's around 95% from all-time highs. So they almost brought the price down 100% in value, and that's massive. And we found this support and we got this bounce up. Then we got this flag here. When I was watching this, I was expecting for it to break out, but I did have in mind that we could come back down and find a tech support, and that's what we did. So we found a double bottom around the 1.6 cents area, 1.7 cents area. And then we pushed up again. If I take a rectangle and I black this out like this, I want you to focus on the second established support zone. And I always forget the brushes. But does this not look like a cup and handle formation? You know, you have this cup, and then you have an A, B, C correction. And now my main focus on this chart is that this blue line right here, that line right there, is long-term resistance that we haven't been able to break above since we started from the all-time high corrective wave. And on October 4th, we actually broke it for the first time in 9 months. That's showing me strong bullish signs. So now what I'm looking at is, let me delete that. I'm looking at the volume that was traded in this price range. And over here on the right hand side, you can see we have a ton of volume over here in this 2-cent range. We have a lot of buys coming in right here, wanting to push it up. And as you can see, as we build this volume, it gave us the power to break beyond the long-term resistance. This is a linear regression channel, and it's an indicator to pretty much show the trend lines that the channel is in currently. And we are obviously pushing out and pushing north. And then the other things I'm taking into consideration is the fact that this is impulse wave 1 and corrective wave 1. If you understand Elliott wave theory, this wave did not retrace all the way to the bottom of this wave. It stopped, and that's a positive sign. So if this is Elliott wave theory, it's going to do like a hyperextension wave. The third wave should be the longest. So this is 1, 2, 3, and the third wave should be longer than the initial impulse and stretch beyond that. But the price is going to go to, I have no idea. This went from the bottom to the top. It went over 17,000% in gains in this initial impulse. So you would have made, if you invested $1,000 here, you would have made like $175,000 if you sold at the very top. And the thing with the week chart is, you see my oscillator down here, my histogram, it builds green when the waves are going up, and then it cuts off to this pinkish purple color when it comes down. And it's decreasing. You get a doji candle. They look like plus signs. These are doji candles, and the doji candle usually represents a change in the market where it's fighting to go up or down, and it found support right here. So this right here is the accumulation stage. We had a distribution stage up here and up here. And we found this ABC correction and made this falling wedge pattern. The falling wedge is a very bullish pattern. My 3 and 5, let me turn off the candles. My 3 and 5 simple moving average, when the green line goes above the pink, that's bullish. The green has gone above the pink and it's pushing up, right? And you see over here, if I'm zoomed in, we got volume over here. And then the next stop, well, before I go further on about the volume, you see when it crosses, the histogram turns green and it builds up, and then when it goes purple, it sells off and then it comes back down. And they just match up every time. And so this is a long-term chart, this is a weekly, and we have a confirmation that this is pushing above. This is my 3 and 5 simple moving average, so it moves in a shorter time frame. The 20 and the 50 simple moving average have not met on the weekly yet, so I'm still waiting for that. But on the daily chart, let me delete this and turn on, it's already on. What did I want to turn on? Turn on the candles. So we have the double bottom, and we pushed out. And the daily is still green, 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 pushing up. And it has the strong confirmation. The 3 and 5, let me turn on that, off that. The 3 and 5 simple moving average, this green and pink lines, have already crossed, and they crossed right on the resistance part, which is kind of ironic. The 20 and 50 is this pink and white, but I'm going to turn this off, no, keep those on. I'm turning off the 3 and the 5. I'm going to turn this to green. So we want this green line to go above this pink line, because if you look in the past, it actually, when it crosses, the market comes down. So when the green is under the pink, it comes down. When the green crossed here and went above the pink, it turned bullish, and we had a rally that moved up. As you can see down here, the histogram was green and it pushed up exactly as it did here. So if I go over here to the right, we're fixing to get the cross. We just broke resistance and we have green histogram down here. So this is a very bullish confirmation for me. The next zone we're going to look for is the 4-cent range. And let me turn back on the Heiken Ashi. The next zone we're going to want to try and break is this 4-cent range. As you can see, we had a lot of accumulation. We had a lot of support in this price range. So this is going to become a resistance. Then the next peak of the next range level on the right is going to be about 7 cents. So we're going to go try to battle this out, break, battle this out, break, and then if we can break the 7-cent range, I mean, I see it doing the theory that I told you all about and should hyperextend wave 1. But that's kind of my view on what's going on with TRON, and I am still bullish. If we go into a smaller time scale, the 4-hour is actually forming dojis, and like some people could probably get concerned about that. As you look back here, doji, 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 and dojis come at turning points, so we can determine that we might do something like this and go down. If I turn on the linear regression, we're in a channel that's kind of pushing upward. If I go to the 1 hour, we're clearly in an uptrend, and the 1 hour has even started pulsing back up, so it's a positive sign. That's showing strength, the green histogram. The 4 hour is showing a doji, but we're still having the green histogram. We're having a lot of volume, so this all looks positive.